Hey, sports card fans, it's John, Wade Boggs fan. Hope you're all doing well. This is a video response for Kyle Ground Chuck. He is doing a contest to celebrate an interesting milestone of subscribers to his channel. He recently surpassed 406 subscribers to his channel. Now, you may be thinking, what's so special about 406 subscribers? Well, Kyle has been collecting some of the 1959 Fleer Ted Williams cards. Very interesting cards. Of the entire set is of Ted Williams' life and career. And so 406 represents his batting average in 1941, making him the last player to hit at least 400 for a season, and maybe the last player ever to do that, which is the focus of the contest and what he wants us to do a video on. He wants us to show off some cards, memorabilia, whatever, tied to a specific sports record that we feel may never be met or broken. Now, there are a lot of popular, significant milestones or records that I could have talked about. Rickey Henderson's career stolen base record. I don't think that'll ever be broken. Cal Ripken's consecutive game streak. I don't think that's ever going to be broken. Pete Rose's career hit total. I don't think that's ever going to be broken. Joe DiMaggio's 56-game hitting streak. Maybe not, probably not. But again, you could get one of those quirky things where just someone is just on fire and breaks it. So that one's maybe an iffy, but there are others out there as well. But I'm going to be talking about an obscure record, sort of, that most of you may not think of or be aware of. And that has to do with having at least 200 hits and at least 100 walks in a season. Now, there have been 13 players to have ever accomplished that feat at least once. Now, the all-time leader in that is Lou Gehrig. He's done that 7 times. Now, that record probably won't be broken, but I'm going to be talking about a more specific record, and I have to admit I'm a little biased toward this record, but it is a record nonetheless, and one that I think that based on today's game of baseball may never be broken. And so, as I mentioned, there are 13 players who throughout their career had at least one season of at least 200 hits and at least 100 walks. Lou Gehrig had 7 such seasons. Wade Boggs had 4. Babe Ruth had 3 seasons. Stan Musial and Todd Helton each had 2 seasons accomplishing that fact. Then you have Ty Cobb, Hank Greenberg, Jimmy Fox, Hack Wilson, Bernie Williams, John Olerud, Woody English, and Billy Hamilton. All of them accomplished that once. Now, the record I want to talk about is, of course, Wade Boggs. It just so happens that his 4 years of getting at least 200 hits and at least 100 walks were in consecutive years. So he holds the record for most consecutive years of at least 200 hits and at least 100 walks in a season. Lou Gehrig, who holds the all-time list for total number, only did it 3 times in a row during those 7 times. So I'm going to show off some cards I have of Wade Boggs for the years in question and tell you his totals. So the first is he accomplished it in 1986. Here's his 1986 Topps card. And for that year, he had 207 hits and 105 walks. There we go there. Then he also did it in 1987. And here's his 1987 Topps card. And in 1987, he had 200 hits, just squeaked in there, and 105 walks as well for the year. He did it again in 1988. And here's his 1988 Topps card. In 1988, he had 214 hits and 125 walks. And then finally, in 1989, and here's his 1989 Topps card. In 1989, he had 205 hits and 107 walks. So there you go. There is my record that I think is not going to be broken anytime soon, just because the nature of the game. If you look at the stats, at least over the last 20 years, the only player to have at least 200 hits 4 seasons in a row was Jose Altuve. I want to say he did it in 2012, 13, 14, and 15. But of those 4 years, the highest walk total he had was 60. So he was 40 walks away from even having one 200 plus and 100 plus walk season. So it's extremely difficult today. You know, everyone's hitting for power. On base percentage isn't as, you know, favorable or highly regarded. Now it's, you know, power, how many home runs you can hit, extra base hits, things like that. The art, if you want to call it, in my opinion, of just being able to get on base, either through a hit or a walk. You get someone on base, you have a chance to score a run, and that's what Wade Boggs' primary role was for his career. His goal was to get on base. And I just think the way the game is played today, it's so hard for a player just to get 200 hits in a season, let alone to be patient enough to have at least 100 walks to go along with it, and then to do that 4 years in a row. So, Kyle, there's my entry. I would love to know everyone's comments on whether they think this record that I talked about of Wade Boggs could ever be broken. Did you even know that Wade Boggs had that record or not? And especially for those of you who are not familiar with Kyle's channel, Ground Chuck, I will be putting a link to his channel in the description of this video. Kyle, congratulations on hitting that magical 406, because of course, you know, Ted Williams is one of my favorite players of all time. So love that you set aside that, you know, 406 to do something special and celebrate for your channel. Again, congratulations, and for everyone out there that is not familiar with Kyle's channel, definitely go check him out. I had done not too long ago a care package video in which Kyle sent me some amazing Wade Boggs stuff. So again, thank you, Kyle, for that. So I definitely wanted to return the favor and do a video response for you. That's all I have for you. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.